Hi everybody, it's me, Lagardo Laxon. I'm also known as Chino and Artie. I am doing a rare gem review on two things right now, actually. First, I'm going to be talking about a controller that is so perfect. It runs till now. It still works today. If you have a parallel serial port on your motherboard, but you know, those keyboard slots. But let me show you this. This is the first, one of the rarest controllers, a 10-in-1 hyper-programmable controller. I mean, look at that. Look what it has right there. It basically is the best controller on earth, because if you have a PC game that doesn't support graphics gamepad or any USB or any game, this gamepad can actually run the game with the controller. This is up, down, left, right, and then there's a control alt, and you can actually remap them through your setting of the game. This is cool, huh? It comes with everything you need. I mean, I bought this for $6 in a swap meet, and it was worth it. I mean, the guy who was selling was not really selling much, but I gave him $10 for this. So basically, he was selling for $6. I say you can have the change. So this is the controller, and you can programmable. 4 save slots right here, and you press setup and hold it, and then you just tell them which buttons you want. It has a alt control insert, the delete key. Basically, where all the fighting games are all set up at, like Mortal Kombat 3. It comes with all the connection port, parallel serial port, to even convert it to the big fat one back in the days, or vice versa. It comes with the converters. I'm surprised. And there we go. You basically plug this behind the keyboard slot, and then you plug your keyboard right here. So that's how you get this controller working. So you don't need to be unplugging and plugging it back in. So it feels cheap in a way. They made a PlayStation version of this controller, but this is it's another directional pad. But it's alright. It feels good. It's like a PlayStation controller. They only made about 1,000 of these units, and I'm lucky to have one. And the guy in the swap meet gave it to me for a good price, and I gave him a good tip. Shows you how to set it up with the instruction manual, what's inside. And this is the POWERRAMP MITE instruction manual, and it shows how to set it up. And this controller is really worth it. You can do so much to it. You can program any fighting game, any game, even mouse games. Okay, because you want to get the benefits of the world of PC games that, you know, sometimes, like, some games do not support graphics gamepad or the 6-button. It has the 6-button support no matter what. But not a lot of, you know, some games are like, for example, Super Street Fighter 2, when it came out, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, when it came out, it was only supported for the graphics gamepad, and it's a release of a 6-button controller. But this is the best controller you can get, because it will turn your keyboard keys into the buttons, what you press here. Great for emulation, great for everything you need. This part right here is the same feeling of the Microsoft Sidewinder gamepad, and it feels so good. And then you have your back button and there's so many buttons you can. This is the buttons, basically what they're all configured to is basically what is configured in the keyboard. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key. There's right here is enter, delete, space. So I can actually control this controller pressing. I can actually move the desktop around and then press up, down, left, right if I connect the controller. But and my second review, this is a rare gem. It's NASCAR RACERS. This is a fun game. This is a fun game with an incredible soundtrack. I mean, this game is really perfect. When I first time played it, that's why I'm reviewing the controller, because when I was playing this game, I was using this controller because this doesn't support joystick. It only supports the mouse. So it's it was kind of weird that this is a game made by Hasbro, people who made Transformer toys. Well, back in the day, it was called Kenner, you know. And then, as you can see right here, I'm drinking Pepsi right now because I went to McDonald's. This game is really, really cool. It has one of the incredible soundtracks, and it has it's in 3D, and I used to watch the cartoon show, and I actually have all the toys that was made for it, because there's a restaurant here in California known as Wendy's, with the late Dave Thomas. They had published they release toys for their kids meal, and then you get the cars, and I got the whole collection. My favorite guy, his name is the Collector. He takes a piece of your car when he defeats you. So here's some gameplay footage. I'm sorry, the only one thing about this game is that it's not widescreen. The game is only high as 480p. So it has a story mode and everything. So this game is just like Ridge Racer, and it's really well meant to be played with this controller because the control is really good. You get behind the wheel, and then what's inside the box? Let's see what's inside the box. Because this was a Fox kids show, and it was one of the greatest, better than watching Fast and Furious. You know, it's about racing. You know, and what you get is just one CD. The reason why is that they usually sell CDs like this without the box. You go to the CD rack and then you just turn it around, and then, but it doesn't have the barcode on it because this one came with a box. Describing the box shows the main protagonists of the characters of each car and what they race. And then it's really cool. It's a really cool game. Very, very fast paced. I mean, here, let me see. Here's some gameplay footage. It's very nostalgic, the graphics, and it actually leaves tread marks when you're driving. So you hear the squirting, and then see it leaves tread marks, and you can do all these special effects. What this game does. I mean, before Wipeout Fusion came out, this game came out because Wipeout, it was already out before this game, but yet with doing special moves and all that, that's what's cool about it. So this is my review of the POWERRAMP MITE controller and the NASCAR Racer unboxing. I mean, just looking at the soundtrack. Because the gameplay footage I'm getting right now is from YouTube, and I can tell that the person who's playing this game in YouTube is probably a burnt copy or a ripped version of the game. But the soundtrack is beautiful. I mean, I used to remember driving my Eclipse because I was an import tuner back in the days. I used to have a hooked up, souped up car. I'm gonna show you guys pictures. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you guys. It was I had a souped up Mitsubishi Eclipse, and it was really. Let me see. And then I used to drive that car. Just I mean, I don't know how to say it, but when I was playing the music and the soundtrack, because the CD audio, it's really cool. Let me see. Here's the soundtrack. It's very. I was driving my Eclipse, and then it had a cool soundtrack to it. And then I'm gonna go to my Facebook and I show you what car was I driving in the past, okay? Because I'm already 33 years old. See, it has that techno beat to it. That's what this game offers. And the car I was driving was this one. I mean, who would not? Okay, see that orange car? There's me. I'm cleaning it, doing it hot and poured nice. Let me skip to another picture. Yep, that's my car. And the inside of the interior of my car had this. I had dual screens. Ah, man. Look at me. I was so young. I was only with my outfit trying to look like Kung Fu. Because I was doing Kung Fu with that outfit. Yeah, I like the soundtrack. It had a very good beat to it, you know. And a lot of people knew me from Hot and Nice from this picture. See, listen to the music? It's very cool. So that's what music that you'll get in the NASCAR Racer game. And I was showing off my car. I know I'm a show off. I mean that's my car in the past. And right now I still drive the same car. I drive a Mitsubishi Eclipse. This time's a GT. So this one's a 4-cylinder. So thank you guys for watching.